Hello YouTube, welcome to the dojo. You're here with Samurai Man, and today we have the Transformers Generations Minicon Assault Team. And these are some pretty nice little figures. I do like the paint on them. This obvious jet could use a little more at the back thrusters, but still not bad. I like the color scheme. These guys are technically not even well, they are Transformers, they're just not Cybertronian Transformers. They're actually a race of Ammonites, I think that's what they're called. And in the comic books, they're known as Super Combiners. Basically, they have like there's like 100 of them, and they can all combine various ways with each other, 3 at a time, 5 at a time, like all of them into one giant mega thing. So that's how their race works. But for the sake of, you know, being a Transformers fan and everything, they decided to make these toys with the Minicon logos and just make them Minicons. Because in the comic book, they were smaller than the average Transformer, Cybertronian Transformer. And they are having their own little war between each other, but they got mixed in with the Cybertronians because Whirl killed their leader, and they're not too happy about that. But anyways, as you see, they are, you know, military vehicles. They're very tough and armed to the teeth kind of guys. So you have like an F-15, I think, maybe. Kind of like what Starscream is. You can see his heads right there, and his hands, and his feet. So that's unfortunate. Not too great. If you live from the top, it's not bad. He does have some nice cannons here at the shoulders, so that's cool. But again, I do wish this was painted in. It's just molded in black. So the thruster could have been a lot more, but for what it is, it's nice. The tank is actually probably the best of the three. It looks fully like a tank. You don't really see any kibble at all. Can't see his face. It's hidden well. The only complaint is the turret does not move. So that's unfortunate, but it does have wheels right here and here. This one's pretty stiff, so I don't know if it'll actually roll. Yeah, no. But still, it's a cool looking tank, so I give it that. And here we have the helicopter, which I believe is a fembot. When you see it in robot mode, it looks a bit feminine, so maybe. It's got a nice rotor that spins. Nothing crazy. Then the back one as well. I don't know how this one will work. This is really close together, these blades, but there it goes. But here we have like a nice Gatling cannon. It looks a bit awkward and big on this helicopter mode, but not too bad. I think the rest of the helicopter works, even though the obvious feet are right here. And again, the head is on the bottom, but it's covered up a little better. It's coming a little loose now. Now it doesn't want to hold, but yeah, overall, it's not too bad. You can take this Gatling gun accessory and go ahead and put it on the tank if you want. If you want to beef up the tank a little bit, it's an option. You can also take it and put it on the jet. Again, it's an option. It's a bit awkward. You don't usually see jets with giant Gatling guns at the top. If anything, you might see it on the side here. You can put it here. But it is very loose. You can see it's just pointing downward, so kind of useless. But you get the point. Lots of variation in how you can use each weapon interchangeably. And I think that looks a little better. Having the you would see a turret on the side, so that works too. Front or side, it doesn't matter. But there you have how the Minicon's vehicle modes work. They're very simple. Go ahead and transform and you'll see how simple they really are. So starting with the helicopter, I'm not sure if they each have individual names, but I'm just going to refer to them by their vehicles because I don't remember their names. Go ahead and just fold up the blade just to get them out of the way. Fold out the heel feet. You can see these feet are very feminine looking. That's why I say I think it's a fembot. Then rotate these very thick arms. You can see they're very thick, and then the hands are super, super dainty. So not sure exactly how that comes into play with the whole thing all together, but that's what they did. Kind of get everything lined up. We'll go ahead and rotate this back rotor out of the way. It's on a hinge. I believe it's on a double hinge. Or nope, no it's not. It's on a hinge, so yeah, it's kind of like a tripod standing figure. And then we'll just get this all lined up. Rotate the cockpit downward, and there we have it. Very cool. Nicely done. Simple. Obviously, they are Minicons. They are simple. And if you want to have them holding the gun, you do have to plug it onto the side because these hands are tiny. You really can't. Can you even tell that's a hand right there? That's a hand. But the gun looks cool there, and I like it. This is a nice little fembot. It's a nice little addition to the fembot collection. We don't have too many, so that's cool. Next, we'll bring in the jet. This one has a little bit more complexity to it. What you want to do is get these hands out of the way. Everything is just nice tabbed in. You can see here these have little tab holes that plug into the feet. We'll go ahead and start by getting rid of this as well because that is a weapon piece accessory. And what we'll do here is bring out the feet There we go. Line everything up. Fold out the feet from the thrusters. Do it on just that one side on each. Rotate the cockpit down again. And there we go. This one looks pretty cool, actually. I do like his robot mode. Looks very fierce. Again, take this cannon piece. Oops. If you want to plug it in, you can. Because it's all up to you and your imagination and so forth. It's got ports on both sides, but I think this looks better. And that doesn't look too bad. And that looks like a pretty cool cannon. If you could only have his bicep rotate, that would look a lot better, but that's not bad. I think that looks cool. And he's got very big, hefty feet, so he can hold himself up pretty well. And lastly, we come to like the simplest of the three. Just pretty much split up these pieces, or if you want, kind of get this up. And then pretty much the way this gun works, it just is pegged into the arms for the transformation, so it's very simple. Fold out these side treads, rotate them down, fold out these arms. I really don't care for the arms just because you can see the hollowness of them on each side. The details are all on the back, but that plays into effect with the combiner mode, but not too horrible, but still. And that reveals the face. Just fold these out. Pretty basic. I gotta say he's probably the basic of the three for his robot mode. And again, just kind of find a good way to hold the weapon. Let's see, is there any better way? Nah. It's really the best way to hold it is just like this. That's not too bad, honestly. It looks a little better than I thought. I just preferred if you could flip it around. But not bad, not bad. So now we have the three of them in their robot mode. We'll check out their articulation. We have ball joints at the shoulder for this one. You can go all the way up. Ball joints at the thigh and a bend at the knee. So nice, not bad. Nothing at the head, nothing at the waist, and that's pretty much it for the articulation. So pretty much just shoulders, thighs, and knees. Nothing crazy, but it is a Minicon, technically. Ammonite Minicon, whatever you want to call it. Next up, we have ball joints at the shoulders for this guy as well. Nothing at the head, nothing at the waist, thigh ball joints, and he does split up pretty easy. Again, that's due to his combiner mode. And nothing at the knees. So yes, probably the weakest of the bunch. Thighs and shoulders, that's it. But still, aesthetically he looks cool. And this guy, ball joint and shoulders, they go pretty well actually. You can see that it's going up pretty darn high. Nothing at the head. Thighs have a ball joint and bend at the knee. And again, that's it. So yes, again, you're not buying this for the articulation. You're buying it because the fact that they can combine into one giant robot is pretty cool. Just to get an idea of how big Minicons are, he is, or the three of them are smaller than a Legends class Swerve, so they are pretty darn tiny, but once they combine into their full combined mode, they will be about the size of a Deluxe, so not bad. So I have paired up with some Minicon assault teams from the past, and you can see they are bigger, so that's cool. At least they did make them a little bigger, because these ones are tiny. I didn't realize how small the Minicons used to be. But it's good to see that not everything is downsized, so that's nice. So taking a closer look at the head sculpts, they are very nicely molded in. I just wish there was a little more paint to them. They are just kind of black and that off gray. Could have used some yellow for the eyes, but other than that, I think the molding's pretty awesome. I like the roundness of this one's head. I love how he's got kind of like that monocle eye with that weird giant bottom lip that's super tall. They do on every couple of figures. And then I love how this one kind of looks like Skyquake. So I love all three of them. Just wish, again, yellow paint for the eyes wouldn't have hurt. So to get things going, we'll start with the helicopter that turns the head and work our way forward. Start by opening up the rotors. We're revealing the really cool looking Minicon combined head. I do like this head. It looks really cool. Make sure it clears everything. Bring it back down. Close it up. Now we'll bring up this piece. And you kind of want to have it just, we'll leave it like this for now. Actually, yeah, that's exactly how it goes. I thought it went differently, but there you go. Fold up the hands. You're basically retransforming it back into helicopter mode once you get past that. And there's slight differences, but we'll get there once we start combining everything else. So tab these pieces inward. And then when you want to do here, again, bring these parts around, tab them in. And have it like this. This is very loose, but you can get it to stay if you can get it working properly. And there we have the head looking ready to go. Cool. Move on to the arm segment, the body/arm segment, and flip it upside down like this. Rotate the arms kind of out of the way for now. And we'll get this cockpit out of the way. It's pretty interesting what you do here. It's on a double hinge, and what you do is you rotate it out, and then with this top hinge, you rotate that inward. And it clicks into place. There you go. And do it again on this side. I do like the fact it clicks into place because that does make for an easier transformation. We'll fold this cockpit area back up again. There you go. And next we'll open up these flaps, revealing the arms. And we'll fold down these thruster flaps to fill in the arms, make them a little more, you know, tough looking, a little less hollow. We got some pistons revealed. That looks cool. It's kind of hard to see because it's all black, but it's there. Take my word for it. Use these arms just to kind of fill in the body, you know, don't make it so hollow-ish. And next, we'll go ahead and take this bad boy and flip him around, and we're done. That's pretty much it. Split him up, I guess. Split up the whole body. That way his legs are a little more posable. But really, that's the extent of it. You turn him around and start plugging everything in. Now I'll go from top to bottom. Plug in the head here. And make sure it's all locked into place. There we go. And it's not quite there because if it was, you wouldn't be seeing his head in that mode. There we go. I guess that's it. Bring down these arms. Kind of just rotate them around properly. There we go. Next, we take the head and we peg it in. Actually, what you want to do with this helicopter, instead of tabbing in the legs, bring them up like this. Bring them backwards and up. So you want to have them out of the way like that. Now we can tab in everything all properly. There we are. And I believe I've got everything properly lined up. There we go. Here we have Minicon Assault Team Battle Formation. And we'll bring out this piece here, just fold it down, get out of the way. It does have a little tab in there in the back, and now we're done. Not too bad looking. It is a bit stringy and hollow at the front of the body. That's why I say take these arms and put them there just to fill them in a little bit. But I do like it. I like the color scheme. I like the head. The arms could be thicker at the biceps, but so what are you gonna do? But other than that, it's not bad. I do like it. I do wish the eyes were actually. Never mind, the eyes are painted. So there you go. Everything I asked for is done. Now bringing in these weapon pieces, you can combine them into anything you want, really. But the way they tell you to combine in the instructions is, I believe, like this. I do declare, it goes like this. So there we go. We got like this sniper double-barreled Gatling gun thing. Not bad looking. Again, there is paint missing. So if there wasn't paint missing, I'd say, hey, this is a really awesome weapon. But the paint's really the only thing that's knocking off points. Other than that, it is a pretty cool weapon. So I do like it. Vermouche is a very nice weapon. Very, very cool. Now for posability, you can bring up the arms on this hinge here at the shoulders, and they are at ball joints as well. You can bend them at the elbows, and the head does not move, it is static. And then the thighs can move up and down all around. They're on balls. And you can bend at the knees. So there you go. Not bad. Definitely not bad for posability, I will say. It is 3 Transformers into 1, so it should have decent, you know, posability. Got all these separated pieces. They should be able to move around. And now he wants to tip over. But there you go. Not bad at all. I do think this is a very cool set. I was excited to get it, so cool. So taking a look at that head sculpt, again, it's very cool looking. Very much looks like a general or a king or something. I love these spikes at the top. I love the fact that this yellow is filled in. He's got a very prominent nose, which makes him just look like kind of like a wildebeest or an ox or something. Like he's really tough and strong. So I think that's very cool looking. And now he's going all over the place. Woo! And just like the rest of the deluxe line, he does come with a really cool looking comic book. You can see that's the Hasbro exclusive cover. It's really, really awesome looking. I actually do love the look of this guy on this cover with all the paint apps applied and everything. And he definitely looks obviously better than the toy. But you can really see where there's a lot of paint apps that were missing on him that he didn't get. So that's unfortunate, but it's pretty spot on. He does look just like that. So I like it. Overall, great set. So overall, I really do recommend this set. It's very fun to combine them and transform them. I think that's great. It would have been cool if they had a vehicle combine mode as well, just because in the comic books they have all different kinds of transformations. They, as I said before, they are known for being super combiners, where they just can transform in any way possible with any amount of bodies. So it's cool to see that being implemented here in the toy. And it's also just nice to have more Minicons. We haven't had Minicons in a while. I think Energon had some. I'm not entirely sure. I know Cybertron had some, but I think if Energon didn't have any, then Cybertron was probably the last. Well, actually, Energon came first, so I know Cybertron had some, so that was probably the last Minicons we ever had. So it was nice that they brought them back. You know, this is the Generations line. It's about bringing back everything from the past and remaking it in a new image and everything, updating everything. So it's cool. And I think the molding is great on this guy. There's a lot of great molding. Some paint apps missing, but the molding definitely helps. I love the face sculpts of all the versions of this guy, the 3 separate pieces as well as the combined mode. As I said, I think the combined mode looks great. Everything's pretty damn proportionate. You usually don't see good proportions in Minicons and everything, or combined, you know, figures. But he's pretty well proportioned. The only thing that's really out of place is the shoulders, and that's about it. That's really the torso is really well done. The legs are really well done. The thighs, the head, it's all there. So I don't really have problems with that. He doesn't even have a backpack or anything, really. Just a little bit there, but that's kind of like just thrusters and stuff to help him fly. Not bad, not bad. So it will feel a tad out of place with your Generations line, just because it was really there for very specific reasons in the comics. There wasn't really a need for him, but it was for specific reasons. And my mouth is getting all blech from my surgery. So I'll try to wrap this up. Couldn't do it, guys. Couldn't do it. I had to rinse out my mouth. There's just too much going on, all the blood and stuff going on there. So anyways, don't forget to follow me on Tumblr at Mecation, as well as Twitter at Mecation, and Instagram at Mechas of Ironheart. You find all my pictures of my little scenes I like to make, of what's coming out. I just put up some pictures of the new third-party Impactor by Mastermind Creations. He looks cool. I've seen some of the third-party Impactors before that have been canceled, so hopefully this will make it to see the light of day. But anyways, you can see stuff like that, who's making what, what's coming out, all that good stuff, news and such. And also, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to my channel at YouTube. It's really awesome to have you guys backing me up. I love hearing from you guys, talking. Questions you have about the figures, I'll answer them. As soon as I see them, I go to my figures and say what needs to be answered. So anyway, guys, take it easy, have a great day, have fun with your toys, and until next time.